save 15 hours of research in only 30 minutes using this brand new ChatGPT feature. Sometimes I really wish I was starting all my businesses from scratch today, because all these hours I spent throughout the years between researching, testing, and rewriting, and now it's just a simple click away. So if you haven't heard, ChatGPT just dropped a new tool called ChatGPT Agents. And it's basically an AI assistant you can custom train to perform multiple tasks for you. These AI agents, they don't just answer your questions. You can now type out a bunch of different prompts, create an agent once, and it handles full workflows for you, from gathering data to making decisions to giving you clean, usable outputs. Now, here's where it really gets interesting. Most people are using it for coding or productivity, but today I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT Agents as your digital product seller assistant. What I will share today will work for print on demand, for digital product sellers, and even if you're just starting out. So no matter what type of online business you run, you'll be able to use these prompts. So this can completely change how you work. And I'm going to walk you through 5 specific ways I personally use it to scale faster and save hours every single week. So stick around till the end, because I will also give you the exact prompts I use so you can copy and paste them and start immediately. Let's dive in. You know when you're staring at your product designs for too long and you start asking yourself, is this any good? Would somebody actually buy this? Or does it just look cool to me and no one else? So that's where ChatGPT Agents become your best friend. Because instead of relying on your gut feeling or asking friends who they're just gonna say, oh yeah, it looks great, well, this agent gives you actionable feedback on the actual design itself. You simply upload your design or link to your Etsy listings, whether it's a t-shirt graphic or a digital print, and the agent breaks it down like a creative director. It's pretty freaking amazing. It will evaluate every critical element of your product design. So from font clarity to colors, and it also looks at the emotional appeal of your design. It will look at whether or not it evokes the right feeling for your niche, whether that's calming, empowering, or funny. It also checks your text length and placement to see if there's too much text or if it's too small, or if the main message is getting lost. And finally, it also analyzes the focal points of your designs. It makes sure that your customer's eyes is instantly drawn to the most important part of the design. And most importantly, it doesn't just say this is good or this isn't. It tells you why something isn't working and what to do instead. So that kind of feedback can save you hours of trial and error. And more importantly, it helps you create products that actually connect with your buyers emotionally. So for example, I'm going to ask the agent to analyze this listing right here using my prompt that I will leave in the description box below. So here's the prompt. Act as a design analyzer for my Etsy product design. Review the following design and provide feedback on font clarity, emotional appeal, color harmony, text length, focal point, and layout balance. Be specific with your suggestions. Should I keep, improve, or archive this design? Then you simply upload your design, or you can also include the Etsy listing URL. And here's what the agent told me. So it said that the design felt warm and emotionally resonant, but the smaller text might be too small once embroidered. It also recommended using a darker color for the font and tweaking the illustration so it looks more like a whale and less like a dolphin. It was honestly like having an art director in my back pocket walking me through what's working and what's not and what to do next. So final verdict, improve and keep. So now instead of guessing and using random A/B tests, I've got a clear strategy plan to refine the product and increase its chance of actually selling. So now that you know your design works, let's make sure you're creating something people are actually buying. Let's be real, one of the most frustrating parts about selling digital products is not knowing what people are actually buying right now. So you spend all these hours designing something you think is great, maybe a new planner, an ebook, a cute t-shirt if you're selling print on demand, or a digital wall art file, only to list it and then you get 0 traction. That can be so frustrating. And trust me, I've also been there before. And then you might see somebody else selling something that looks super basic and it has hundreds of reviews, and you're like, how on earth? So that's where the bestseller research agent comes in. And trust me, this one's a game changer. So this agent pulls live sales data straight from Etsy or any other platform and shows you exactly which products are making multiple sales in the last 24 hours, not last month, not trending in 2023. I'm talking about what actually is working right now. And it looks for listings that have had at least 3 to 5 plus purchases in the past day. And then it gives you a full breakdown. So you will see the exact product title, what category or niche it falls under, the price it's selling for, and even the design style, whether it's minimalist, retro, cottagecore, or something else. So let's say you're trying to create your next digital product. You don't have to guess anymore. You can literally pull up 10 products that are getting daily orders and simply reverse engineer them. So maybe it's a wedding invite that sold 7 times yesterday. If you're doing print on demand, it could be a funny candle label that made 5 sales, or a coloring page bundle that's flying off the shelves. So this isn't about copying, it's about getting proof that people are spending money in a certain category and then asking, can I create something in this space or niche with my own spin? So that's the purpose of research. And ChatGPT Agents can help you accelerate your research. So here's a prompt to use. Act as an Etsy bestseller research agent. Show me 10 digital product or print-on-demand listings that have made at least 3 sales in the last 24 hours. Include the product title, category or niche, pricing, design, style, and estimated number of sales. So this is amazing. It pulled 10 digital products with clear demand. So it also put it for me in a chart. So it included digital product resale vault, 14,000 PLR Canva templates, HDHG digital planner, farm first birthday invitation template, 6,000 aesthetic face-like video. And then the beauty of it is that it included as well the niche and category. So digital business resource, bundle of thousands of digital products. So this can really help me understand where there are opportunities. And so it saved me so much time to do the research. And it also included for me an analysis and trends. So the high perceived value at a low price, master resale rights and private label rights, targeted niches, time saving and convenience. So this is providing me so many different ideas based on what is actually already selling. And this is something that I'm not necessarily getting when I'm doing the research using spy tools. So it's almost like it's adding this extra layer of analyzing why these particular products are selling so well. All right, so now let's talk about phrase mining. So you know when you see those print-on-demand t-shirts that are selling like hotcake with a very simple phrase, and you wonder, how did they come up with that? Like this t-shirt right here, Little Krabby. Well, because no matter how good your design is, if the phrase doesn't hit your customer emotionally from an emotional standpoint, it's not going to convert. The problem is most sellers try to write product titles or slogans or printable quotes based on what they think sounds good, but actually there's a better way. The most viral best-selling designs use language that feels real, not polished, not brandy, but raw and relatable, and sometimes really specific. And one of the best places to find that language is Reddit. But I'm not talking about scrolling for hours through random threads. That's where the Reddit phrase mining agent comes in. So this agent literally scrapes conversation inside niche subreddits. So whether it's parenting, anxiety, gym life, HGG, cat memes, small business struggles, I mean, you name it, whatever niche you want. And then it pulls out real quotes, emotional rants, funny one-liners, or sarcastic comments that your target customers is actually saying online. That's why it's such gold. You can take those phrases and turn them into t-shirt or mug slogans, digital print quotes, wall art for dorm rooms, or funny email subject lines. Even add those phrases into your product description. And yes, make sure to double check that these phrases are not trademarked. You can simply search on uspto.gov or ask ChatGPT to ensure you are in the clear and these phrases are not trademarked. So here's a prompt that you can use. Act as a Reddit phrase mining agent, search recent posts and comments in the following subreddits, then you're gonna list all your different niche or sub-niches, and find 10 funny, emotional, or viral quotes that could be used as slogans or product copy for your include the niche, right? Focus on raw, authentic languages from real users. So I personally ran the agent in the Pilates niche, and then the quotes it pulled were better than anything I could have written myself. So here's what this AI ChatGPT prompt provided me. A good workout doesn't have to leave you exhausted, cute, but it's not really a slogan, right? Life is too short to worry about what other people think. Generic, but a good start. So let's be honest, there's a difference between looking at competitors' store and actually understanding what's making it work. Because most people go to a popular Etsy or Gumroad store and just think, wow, they're selling a lot, I should make something like this. But they never stop to ask, what's their pricing strategy? Which products are actually driving most of their sales? Are they speaking to a specific customer through their tone and language? And most importantly, where are the gaps that I can fill in as a seller so I can differentiate my listing from the competition? We're not going to be copying what has already been done. We're going to use the competitor store analysis agent, which is really powerful. You're going to give it a link to an Etsy store or even a Gumroad shop, and it's going to break down like a strategist. It tells you exactly what you need to know, from the best-selling products to the average price range across the store, to the common design elements or messaging they're using, and it also points out what's clearly working. And most importantly, where you can differentiate so you're not just another copycat in a crowded niche. So this is helping you be a strategist and look at the store comprehensively and provide you with some feedback as to what you could do to differentiate yourself and having a unique selling proposition when you're putting that product out there on Etsy or Gumroad or any other platform that you decide to upload your product on. So here's a prompt we're going to use. Act as a competitor store analysis agent, analyze the store, you're gonna include the URL, identify their top selling products, pricing range, recurring design themes, tone of voice, and customer appeal. Suggest how I can differentiate or position my products uniquely in the same niche. So I ran this agent on an Etsy store called PNG Print Store, and it gave me a full breakdown in less than a minute. So it showed me their top selling products, how they price most of their listing, the design style that they stick to, and even the kind of language they use to attract buyers. But the best part is that it also told me exactly where I could stand out, whether that's by shifting my tone, offering different pricing tier, or creating designs they're not tapping into yet. So this is a great way to analyze stores where you might have known of in the past. Like I'm sure there's like a list of stores that you've been following for a while, and you're scratching your head trying to figure out, well, what is making them so successful? So using this AI agent can really help you identify some ideas of items you might not have thought of in the past, right? So make sure that you go through this exercise. It can really help you understand what could be your competitive edge. So you can grab the full breakdown in the report I've linked below, but this is the kind of clarity you want when you're trying to grow your shop. That kind of insight is so much deeper than, oh, they're just selling digital stickers. This agent helps you stop copying and start strategically positioning yourself. So you get to really zoom out and see the big picture of what's trending, what's oversaturated, and where there's still white space. And that's where your opportunity is. So instead of being one of many, you show up as the one who's different, and more importantly, the one who gets remembered. So perfect positioning means nothing if customers can find you. So let's fix that in the next section. So here's a problem that a lot of sellers run into. Sometimes without realizing it, they may use very generic keywords, and that can get their listing buried. Now, let me preface this by saying that SEO is not the holy grail. If your design doesn't appeal to your customer, you can have the best SEO in the world. This won't help you get you more sales. If you have a listing that is selling, but you aren't getting as many sales as you think you could, it's actually worth revisiting your SEO. And that's where the SEO plus keyword optimization agent comes in. So this isn't just a keyword tool. It's like having an Etsy SEO expert right inside ChatGPT. You give the agent a brief description of your products, or even drop the link to your existing listing, and it takes it from there, and it's gonna provide you suggestions. It analyzes what's working in the top performing listings in your niche. It shows you the most commonly used tags and keywords. It suggests better title structure based on what's ranking, and even gives you 10 SEO optimized title variation that you can simply copy, edit, and use right away. Here's a prompt that you can use. Act as an Etsy SEO optimization agent. My product is, describe your product or include the link. Analyze top performing listings in the same niche and return 10 SEO optimized title variations, 13 keywords reach Etsy tags, and many recurring themes or patterns you notice. Make suggestions to improve visibility and relevance. So I tested the agent on a financial freedom PLR ebook, and the results were very detailed. It didn't just throw keywords at me, it analyzed the top performing listings in that exact niche, and it showed me everything from title structures to pricing patterns to what kinds of bonus sellers were offering. And it gave me 10 SEO optimized titles like Financial Freedom ebook, PLR, Passive Income, Wealth Building Guide, plus 13 high-ranking Etsy tags like resale rights, money mindset, and affiliate marketing. And it's really interesting because it also suggested things I would have completely missed out, like front-loading keywords, mentioning page count, and even using phrases like editable Canva template. And really all this is to match what real buyers are searching for. So I'll link the full breakdown below, but this is the kind of insights that can really take a dead listing and give it a second life just by fixing the words you use. So this agent gives you the exact words that are already ranking, so you can just use that SEO into your title and tags and descriptions without having to guess or keyword stuff. And because it shows you what top competitors are doing, you're not just adding random keywords, right? You're aligning your listing with real buyer behavior. I do recommend as well, though, that you cross-check the information that it's providing you. You can use a tool like eRank or Everbee or Profit Tree just to double check and make sure that those keywords align as well with your listing. But this can give you some insights as to what competitors are using and provide you with ideas you might not have thought of to begin with. So this is a great tool that can help you through your SEO journey. But again, SEO is not the holy grail. Only leverage SEO if you have a listing that perhaps could gain more traffic and you're wondering whether or not you are using the best keywords that could help you get more traffic. All right, so now that you've seen all 5 ways I use the agent feature, let's have an honest conversation. Because yes, I absolutely love it, but no, it's not perfect. So the pros and why I'm obsessed. So it's like having a specialized team of assistants in one tool. You got one agent handling SEO optimization, another reviewing your mockups, another deep diving into competitor analysis. And here's the kicker, they actually remember your instructions. So once you have an agent that's working well for you, you can actually have it running in the background to help you with any of these ongoing tasks. The beauty is that you're no longer starting from scratch every single time. You give them a role, save it, and boom, instant expertise whenever you need it. And so the output is fast and shockingly detailed. So that's the beauty of using these AI agents. And I've used plenty of other Etsy SEO tools, and while they're decent at pulling raw data, none of them give you this level of strategic analysis, right? So ChatGPT agents, they don't just tell you what to fix, they explain why, compare your approach to what is already crushing it in your niche, and they give you an actionable next step. So this is really the difference between getting a spreadsheet of keywords and getting an expert breakdown. So these AI agents can really help you understand strategy versus looking at raw keywords without really understanding their purpose. And that's the beauty of these agents. It's like providing you some expertise or even some insights that you might have not thought of by yourself in the past. All right, but let's also talk about the cons because nothing's perfect. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still AI. That means there's gonna be occasional glitches, context misreads, or advice that's slightly off target if your prompts aren't crystal clear. So if you're expecting flawless answers without applying any critical thinking, you're gonna be disappointed. And it's also not visual by default. So here's the bottom line. For something that takes 5 minutes to set up, AI agents are ridiculously powerful. But here's the key. Treat it like a brilliant assistant, not a replacement. Pair it with your own creativity, your business judgment, and you'll save hours while making faster decisions. The question isn't whether ChatGPT agents are perfect, it's whether they are worth adding to your toolkit. And honestly, if you're serious about scaling your business, the answer is yes. use AI agents. So here you have it. 5 ways I'm using ChatGPT new agent feature to efficiently run my digital product businesses, from helping me optimize my designs and rewriting titles to spying on competitors and finding trending products in real time. This tool has honestly become part of my daily workflow, and the best part is that you don't need to be a tech expert or a full-time seller to use these tools. You just need to know what to ask, and now you do. So I actually created a free PDF with all these different prompts, plus I added 3 bonus agents I didn't have time to cover today. So link is in the description, grab it now before you forget. And if this video helped you out, do me a quick favor, like the video, and also make sure to drop a comment with your favorite agent idea. So there's so much more you can do with AI for your digital product business, and I'm here to show you exactly how to turn these tools into real sales. So I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.